Xeeona did not announce himself. He did not shout, did not curse, did not draw the troll's attention with bravado or challenge. The moment had passed for such things. The ravine was too narrow, the air too tight with death. He moved from higher ground where the stone sloped just enough to give him purchase. He loosed his first arrow. The shaft struck deep into the troll's shoulder, just beneath the thick ridge of muscle where club met arm. Not a killing shot, never meant to be. The beast roared, a wet, furious sound, and staggered sideways as the limb betrayed it. Its raised club dipped, then crashed into the ravine wall instead of dwarf flesh, showering stone and ice. That was all the opening that was needed. Hahn did not know where the arrow came from. He only knew the club missed him by a breath and shattered rock instead. He threw himself forward with a hoarse laugh that sounded halfway to panic. "Ha! Missed me, you slab-faced." Beric was already moving, shield slamming into the troll's knee as if he meant to break the mountain itself. The impact did little real harm, but it forced the creature to shift its weight again, to lose balance it could not afford. The troll turned, enraged now, its small eyes searching for the new pain. Xeeona was already gone. He slid down into shadow, boots finding ice-slick stone without a sound, drawing another arrow even as he moved. This one took the troll in the thigh, bearing deep, tearing muscle meant for long strides and crushing weight. The creature bellowed and lurched forward instead, toward him. Good. Rage made it stupid. Xeeona cast the bow aside as he ran, the ravine walls closing in. He drew steel in one smooth motion, short sword flashing dully in the cold light. The familiar weight settled into his hand, steadying him. He did not think of magic, did not call to root or stone or wind. Steel was enough. The troll charged, club sweeping low this time. Xeeona ducked beneath it, close enough to smell the rot on the creature's breath, close enough that the air shook with its movement. He struck once, hard, into the already wounded leg, then rolled as the club slammed down where he had been. Pain flared along his ribs as stone clipped him. He ignored it. Behind the troll, the dwarves reacted without knowing why. Hahn rushed in with a wordless roar, axe hacking into the creature's side again and again. The blows were not clean, not elegant, but they were relentless. Boric followed, shield raised, hammer smashing into whatever part of the troll he could reach, hip, elbow, ribs, each impact punctuated by a curse hurled like a weapon. "Fall over already, you walking midden heap!" The troll spun, confused now. Rage pulled in too many directions. It backhanded Hahn across the chest, sending him skidding through the snow in a tangle of limbs and beard. Boric caught the next blow on his shield, the force driving him to one knee with a grunt that cracked into laughter. "That all you've got?" Xeeona did not look at them. He moved in close again, blade flashing up beneath the troll's arm, slicing deep where thick hide met vulnerable flesh. Blackened blood spilled, steaming. The creature screamed, reared back, and caught Xeeona with its elbow. The impact hurled him into the ravine wall. Stone slammed into his shoulder, his head snapping sideways. White light burst behind his eyes. He slid down, breath gone, snow filling his mouth. For a heartbeat, the world narrowed. Then boots crunched. Hahn was there, axe buried in the troll's calf, hanging on with a mad grin as the beast thrashed. "You don't get to kill him!" he shouted at no one. "That one's ours!" Boric staggered forward, bleeding from the brow, His shield cracked clean through the rim. He tossed it aside and drew a small flask from his belt with shaking hands. "Oi! Pointy-eared!" he bellowed hoarsely. "Duck!" Xeeona rolled without looking. The flask shattered against the troll's chest, oil splashing across its torso and arms. The creature froze for half a second, confused, snarling. Han already had an arrow. He did not ask where it came from, did not ask how to use it. He simply set it alight from Boric's flint and loosed. Fire blossomed. The troll shrieked as flames crawled across its hide, feeding on oil and rage alike. It staggered backward, flailing, smashing into the ravine wall as burning flesh filled the air with a stench that turned the stomach. Xeeona rose. Slowly. He stepped forward through smoke and heat, ignoring the pain screaming through his body. The troll swung wildly, blind now, burning, dying but not yet dead. Xeeona waited for the moment when its weight shifted too far forward. Then he struck. The blade went in beneath the jaw, up through thick muscle, finding the place where even monsters failed. He drove it home with both hands, leaning his weight into the thrust until the troll convulsed and fell still. Silence followed. Only the crackle of dying flames and the rasp of breath remained. The dwarves stood where they were, weapons hanging loose, bodies bruised and bleeding. Han leaned heavily on his axe. Boric wiped blood from his eyes with the back of his hand. They looked at Xeeona, not with gratitude alone, not with suspicion. Something knotted and uncertain lived in their expressions, respect tangled with unease, relief shadowed by questions they did not yet have words for. Xeeona withdrew his blade, wiped it clean on the snow and said nothing. The mountains, at last, exhaled.